Superman, Dean Kane. The long shot. That's from three. It's it. Quarterbacking. Off it goes to Ed Lover. Lover, who made in one game last season. The Rock is right. Kareem, you have done a violated team. They look like a well-oiled team. Congratulations. Up to me, I. By the way, John, it's 14 brick. Just in case anybody was pointed out to John. He comes up. Check out the stop and block, pop and block, block and shot, drop and watch the TV rock, shot. We are honored, joined by Chris Robinson of the Black Rose of Clifford Robinson. Lets it go, and then it is put in on the follow. Here's Flavor Flav, got some room at the baseline. And there's the man, Chris Robinson of the Black Rose. Yours truly, Steve Albert and John Stewart. David Stewart, but he couldn't finish the play. That move was so Baywatch. Well done, John. Hey, Chris, you guys play a lot of hoop on the road? Well, you know, not really. You get to be paranoid and uptight and just fingers. I mean outside. Oh, yeah, not in the hotel. Yeah. It really gets in the way of being completely, totally out of it and a part of America's new counterculture. Long foul by Jeff Ahmed. Here's Flavor Flav for Flav. Clifford Robinson gets the rebound. Down with Wayne Martin, a one-time New York Knick, now an actor. And it is thrown away by Dan right in the front. A 2-on-1. Exactly. See, that's what you do. The fast break, baby. Hey, Corbin's got the ball. Corbin's going. Congregation. Yes, Steve Corbin. Clifford Robinson. No. Corbin's going to be not a selfish man. But he is. In a close battle, the bricklayers might do. To think someone like Steve Corbin quit a career in synchronized swimming to do this. Unbelievable. And then to play drums with the Black Rose. He's been on the professional bowling circuit. The man is poetry in motion, no question. Chris, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much. Good luck to you and the Black Rose. Bricklayers inbound. And here comes David Charvet going all the way. Just at the last moment by Michael Rappaport. Hands by Rappaport. I noticed it brought his own hairstylist as Clifford Robinson goes for the slam. Here's Paul Johansson of Beverly Hills 90210. Looking for three. Gary Payton of the Supersonics swings it back to Oliver Miller, who looks just great. What a pass to KG. Unbelievable. Ready to meet him. Oliver Miller. Right? One of the top 10. Thanks. John Stewart. Wayne Martin off the mark. Michael Rappaport of True Romance. Man, Rappaport is so pale. Not even white, he's clear. Well, he flew from New York. Jimmy Jackson of the Dallas Mavericks. Former number 4 overall pick back in '92 out of Ohio State. Paul Johansson. This is Rappaport going baseline. Walk. Thank you.
always, right up there with Charlie Finley's orange baseball, the ABA's red, white, and blue basketball, and Divac midget. Eddie Goodell, can't forget that. Please welcome for the first time in sports history the 25-point basket.
Oh, we got the 25-pointer.
Here will be implemented in the last 2 minutes of each quarter. It is 25-24 violators as the 25-point basket is lowered, so mark that score down for all of you who are scoring. 1:59 remaining in the first period. Here's Rick Mahorn. Back to Mark Jackson. Watch closely by Rappaport. That was good defensive play by Rappaport. Oliver Miller now runs into a crowd. Payton behind the back. Stolen by Cortez. Down to Mark Jackson. Payton stops and pops. Going for the 25. Almost got two. Here's Rappaport. Down to KG.
KG for two.
20 by nature.
We got the 25. Decided to play it safe.
KG very conservative. 27-24 violators. Things really heating up. Cortez for three. Dean Kane, the new Superman, flying for that one. Mark Jackson for 25. Hits the three instead off the glass.
He's a wizard.
Oh, brother. Mark Jackson, I almost thought I saw a hint of his old maneuver, the helicopter, after he scored. And a foul.
Is that Mahorn on the foul?
Just for argument's sake, I'll say yes. Yes, another MTV innovation. We welcome Oliver Miller of the Phoenix Suns. Oliver, can you hear us? This is the voice of God. Oliver at the foul line.
Miss it. Miss it.
Has two shots. Oliver, we don't want to distract you.
Miss it.
Oliver, despite the distractions, able to hit. Oliver, I got to tell you, you look fabulous.
I'm working hard, baby. Trying to keep a job.
Oh, I don't think there's any problem there.
Free throw. All right, all yours.
Look at, wait a minute. Is this legal?
No, shut up. Shut up. Shut up, man.
The element of surprise.
He took everybody by storm on that one.
Look at Kareem's reaction.
Kareem is up in arms.
He's up in legs, too.
He's up in the air. Jesus is big. Oh, Rick.
Rick Mahorn inside of Miller.
Mahorn finally getting into the action here.
The crowd still buzzing by that move by Oliver Miller. Look at this pass by Miller.
I got it. Moves well for a big man.
Yes. And on his way to an MVP, behind the back, flipped by Jackson. Oh, what a save. Miller going for 25. Payton for 25. Miller. Who's going to be the first?
I don't know, but Stephen Baldwin looks like somebody's little brother out there.
At the buzzer. No. And Maisie is standing by with Mark Jackson.
You are the man. The first one to attempt that big 25.1. You attempted it once, no go. Attempted it twice, and actually got the two-pointer.
I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger. We will be back. I'm going to try it, and we're going to knock it down before it's over with.
Any predictions at this point?
The bricklayers all the way.
Thanks, Daisy. We'll have more second quarter action. Jock.
Hi, I'm Charles Barkley. You're watching the B-ball. Basketball weekend on MTV. Boom! Is that good?
That was beautiful.
On the court, guys talk a lot of trash, but it takes a real man to back it up. Separate your glass. Plastic with a deposit. Recycle this. Where'd you learn how to sort? The post office? You're not fit to carry my recyclables. That's 5 cents you threw away, pal. You're not gonna ruin this planet, at least not while I'm still on it. Pick up after yourself. Chump. It's garbage time.
Stop and block, pop and block, block a shot, stop and watch MTV Rock and Jock. Here we go. It's the start of quarter number 2 in the Rock and Jock B-ball jam, tied at 29. The Bricklayers, the Violators, Steve Albert, John Stewart. And we also have Tiffany Amber Thiessen of saved by the bell. Here is Clifford Robinson of the Portland Trailblazers. That makes Tiffany happy.
Yes, very happy. Thank you.
Right over Bellamy. Bellamy was powerless on that. I've never seen that before.
That's a small kid, you know?
Oh, Tiffany.
Sorry.
You have done, by the way, a fabulous job in assembling talent
Thank
for
you.
this ball club.
Thank you.
I don't know how you pulled it off.
Well, you know, they're talented. They're good looking. They're my boys. What can I say?
What can you do with Charvet? Because he has thrown the ball out of bounds every time he's
Yeah,
got it.
I know. We are having a little problem.
I think he's
with
thinking
him.
about rescuing people.
I
His
think
game.
so. I don't think he's used to the solid ground where the sand
Very
is used
possible.
to, you know?
Looking a little waterlogged, if you ask me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Steve Gorman of the Black Crows. Steve Gorman flips it off to Charvet, speak of the devil, on cue. Misses it. Long feed down to Oliver Miller looking for three. He stops and pops. And no, he was actually in the
10-pointer.
10-point pod there. My view was blocked. Now Oliver Miller can't save. Went out of bounds. Our own VJ from MTV Jams, Bill Bellamy, is red hot. He is a good ball player. And also has good moves there with his mouth. Martin. Nice by Dwayne Martin.
Bill, what just happened there? What just happened there?
I think Bill's out of breath. Pretty.
That was Johansson, the Canadian national team.
Johansson, the new heartthrob on Beverly Hills 90210.
You know what's interesting?
What's that?
Canada invented basketball.
Yes.
And then they've sucked ever since.
You did research. Dr. James Naismith, that's right. He's Canadian. Or at least he was. Miller. No, Miller stealing the show here.
Okay.
He was looking for 10 again. He has 10 on his mind. Hey, wait a minute. What is that, John?
I think Oliver just wanted a jersey. By the way, these shirts make also lovely cocktail dresses.
I noticed
Don't
that.
they? They're
Wear them
really
a little
long
more.
on me.
Absolutely. A couple of sequins, low cut, boom.
Exactly. Heels.
You're good to go.
Here's an alley-oop. Oh!
All right.
Clifford Robinson
Blown away.
from Jimmy Jackson.
Don't let him do that to you, Slim. Did y'all see that?
Bill Bellamy, what just happened there? What just happened there, Bill Bellamy? All right.
Bill is deep in
Doesn't really
concentration.
want to answer us right now.
Concentrating because he's losing.
The voice of the Bricklayers general manager, Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
We have a composure problem
Rubbing
for
it
the
in.
violators.
Dwayne. Yes, Dwayne Martin. Oh, what a block by Gary Payton. Oh, goodness. Paul Johansson for three.
He can pop.
And there's a timeout on the floor with 6:15 remaining in the second. It's the Bricklayers' third. A big thank you to Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
The rest of the season.
Oh, thank you very much.
We're about to stick it to them now.
Nice.
I tell you, always looks nice, always in place.
Beauteous.
He's a consummate hair professional, no question.
I just had a bowl of that before tonight's game. A little
Consummate hair professional.
consommé. Bill Bellamy, MTV Jams, looking for three. Bellamy looking a little like Ralph Bellamy, the way he's playing.
Very much so. He's losing the legs, man. I see some bad blood developing here.
Yes. As you know, things can get heated in Rock and Jock, particularly between Bellamy and Cortez.
It's VJ on VJ.
Yes.
Things get a little ugly in there.
All right, here comes Bellamy.
Bellamy's coming up.
Walk it up, walk it up. Clear it out,
They're
clear it
clearing
out.
out.
Y'all get out
All
the
right,
way.
now they're going.
You know what? I want my man
They're
Jock.
going.
You
No
gotta get out the way.
one-on-one.
This is going to be interesting.
Cortez comes up.
Come on, Bill. What you got for me?
Well, they're jawing away. Bellamy! He is fouled harshly. Look out!
You got what, man?
Look out! And of all people,
It's a melee.
but it looks who plays the role of peacemaker, the intimidator.
Rick
Yes,
Mahorn.
Yes, Rick Mahorn. Now Stephen Baldwin has to carry Dan
All the
Cortez.
benches have emptied.
It's a
Emptied.
the place is going wild.
Hey, wait a minute. Was this in the script?
No.
I didn't even think this was in the script.
What's going on here?
Jumping in.
I need you here. You're more important
man.
here later. Meanwhile, they're going crazy.
I'd be in there.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen is in the
She's
shit
at
center.
the bottom of the pile.
Rick Mahorn's in the penalty box. He's not a nice guy.
I can't be in a penalty box. I ain't doing anything.
Yeah, you're in the penalty box.
Trying to stop a fight.
You are out of character.
I'm not.
You are not a nice guy.
Cortez is an instigator. Don't even come over.
I was not the instigator.
If I wasn't wearing headphones.
And Rick Mahorn has been given a flagrant foul, sent into the penalty box. Mahorn preventing a fight. Let's go into the sin bin right now. And penalty box report.
All right, wait. Rick, whoa. All right, enough. He's in.
Wow.
What's up with that?
Hey, I don't know what's wrong with that referee. He's blind in both eyes.
Do you think if the NBA had a penalty box, it would have added a few extra miles to your career?
I think it would, but maybe it'll add a few miles to somebody else's career. Not now, I'm mad.
What are you going to do that whole minute here in the penalty box?
Well, I think I'm gonna order me some food. All right, I'd like to get a couple of Slim Jims for an appetizer. I think we're gonna need what? How you like your burger?
Well done.
Well done cheeseburger here, French fries and a pickle, and I think that's about it.
Steve, John, you want some?
I'd love some. I'm very hungry. You know something, Steve? It's interesting. Rick Mahorn's angry and yet has a snack, and he calms right down.
Let's see what exactly started the fight. And John Stewart, you sensed that this was about to happen.
I sensed there was danger. Here's what happens here. Cortez is obviously overmatched in basketball, so he uses his football skills. He uses his skills as a football player to actually do a chest tackle on Bill Bellamy. Look at this. Oh, he's copped the field, too. He got his right breast right in there.
Meanwhile, look at this havoc. Look at this, John.
Look at Johansson and Cortez together. You know something? They're very handsome.
And here's Cortez trying to get at Bill Bellamy. Look at this, Stephen Baldwin carrying Dan Cortez off the floor. And that's when all heck, can I say that word? All heck broke loose. And now let's get back to the game. 5:26 left in the second. 40-34 Bricklayers.
All right, here we go. Hey,
Bill
tried to
Bellamy
86 me, man.
still upset. You can see it in his face.
Bill, just take your time, man. Just take your time.
Bill, cool off,
Hey,
chill
talk
out.
to Superman.
The Superman, Dean Cain behind him. He makes the first. He remains poised and confident.
Tell Superman I got kryptonite, man.
Bill Bellamy threatening Superman with kryptonite. Bill, just take care of him, Bill. Oh, he gave him a booty butt. That was a booty butt. Nicely done.
And Dean Cain laughing in his face.
Oh, he's Superman, you know.
I guess he can do that. There's Dean.
He's got x-ray vision. He saw through Bill's pants.
Come on, baby. What's up? What's up, Dad?
All right. Now, so the bad blood continues.
Bill wants a piece now. Watch me use the camera as a pick.
The bad blood rages on between Cortez and Bellamy. Miller shoving Cortez. Can't answer the call.
Damn, I should have my readings this
And
morning.
Cortez. He can't fly one jump. Miller in the 10-point pod. You have to have at least 1 foot in there.
Do you know when we lost control?
I think about the opening tip.
All right.
Dean Cain outlets Lieutenant for Mark Jackson. Nice play by Johansson.
Nice to see Stephen Baldwin just woke up and came over. Isn't that nice?
Stephen Baldwin, one of 4 brothers who all act. Also has a couple of sisters.
You have some brothers, don't you?
Never heard of them. A 10-point shot by Dan Cortez. Well, that'll shut up a few people. And what a foul by Stephen Baldwin.
I don't think Oliver moved on that. Let's take a quick look at that foul once again. Well, oh, look, Superman, hello. And then Baldwin falling. All right.
Dan Marley to inbound. How about Cortez? It's a 10-pointer. Flavor Flav has it blocked. The relentless Mark Jackson fouled by Divac. And while Mark Jackson goes to the line, we'll take a quick timeout. Coming up, more second quarter action. Our NBA Players Slam Dunk Contest, a live performance by Tag Team, and much more. So don't go away.
Wait, I know you. You're Roger Murdoch, the co-pilot.
Sorry, son. I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You must have me confused with somebody else.
You are Murdoch. My dad and I fly your airline all the time.
I think you should go back to your seat now. Remember, I'm a basketball player.
I think you're great, but my dad says you can't land a paper airplane on a football field. He says you can't handle crosswinds and your nerves are shot.
The hell they are. Who do you think is in charge of taxiing to the gate and talking to the tower and checking the charts? You tell your dad to try navigating through cumulus clouds, breathing that recycled air with 400 drunken conventioneers screaming for more free drinks.
Welcome back to the Brent Event Center at Cal Irvine. 4.5 minutes to go in the second. 52-36 Bricklayers, but it's still anybody's game. Here's Rick Mahorn, fresh out of the penalty box.
Flavor Flav has the best space.
Doesn't he, though? And the best...
Go! The best space bringing the ball up court. He's got the best grimace.
And the best headgear.
Give me the ball. I was right there. I was right there.
Oh, man. Rick Mahorn and Michael Rappaport.
Rick, it's getting a little physical in there, Rick.
A lot physical.
Rick, John just made
I'm
fun
gonna
of
knock
you.
him out.
No, I didn't. I was talking about Oliver.
Hey,
Rick, we were just discussing the fact that your butt happens to be rather large, and I was just,
Hey, look,
I was
I'm gonna
agreeing
go over
with
there and
Steve.
I'm gonna knock a few of your large ones out of there too.
All right.
What you looking at, Flavor?
Hey, how is the food in the penalty box? How is the food, Rick?
Pretty good.
Good. What are you going to do now?
About to shoot a 3.
All right.
As soon as I get it back.
Dean Kane. Come on, give it back to Rick.
Yeah.
Mark Jackson. He is stealing the show.
Mark Jackson is killing me.
Is he? You think, yeah? Rick
He's
Mahorn.
killing us.
Is this tougher than a Chuck Daly workout, Rick?
No, not really.
All right.
Never gonna have no commercial.
I ain't got no commercial.
They want a commercial
It's
break
the shoes.
so they can
It's
rest.
the shoes.
No commercial.
It's the shoes. I don't need no
Ain't
commercial.
nobody gonna wear your shoes.
Marley.
Where's Marley been?
Thunder. I tell you what,
Was he
John,
out having dinner? Where was he?
I don't know. They must have loved that down at Marley's Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Phoenix.
Oh, they're going nuts down there.
Unbelievable.
Why do you think Jabbar held Marley out of the game for so long?
Oh, yes, that's good.
Looking for 3, but
Rick,
can't connect.
what happened, Rick?
I thought it was a good try, though, Rick.
I know I did have some height in it.
Rick, you almost hit somebody in the stands with that.
Look at this move by Divac over to Flavor Flav.
That's no more.
Hey, Rick, give us a little play-by-play from your perspective.
Well, let's see. Marley shooting the 3s, nice.
Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes.
Rick Mahorn. Show him what's what, Rick.
You lucky. You real lucky.
Look out for Flavor Flav. He was under your armpit.
I thought it was. I thought he was my armpit.
Mark Jackson heaves. 2
You're hurting
minutes
us, Flav.
remaining in the second quarter. Bricklayers 56. The Violators.
Oh my goodness. Kareem.
Insurance wouldn't let you play, man.
Don't argue with me or you will not play.
Where's the general manager? Tell it.
All right? Don't argue with the man, son. It's the man. He got more gorillas than the beach got sand.
To 41, and with 2 minutes left in the quarter, you know what that means. They lower the special 25-point basket into place. And a newcomer to the game, a dramatic entrance by Doug, the star of Where I Live, ABC sitcom.
I think he must have gone to the Burn Arena first instead of the Burn. Yes, just a little late.
He plays Douglas St. Martin, and boy, the Violators are happy to have him in uniform, trying to come back.
I think he and Flav are going to team up to make an excellent, very skinny backcourt.
This is what I'm going to attempt to do, right?
Skinny
On strength.
backcourt.
Watch this. Y'all see that big 25-point basket up there, right?
Flav going for 25. Divac tries it as well. David Charvet loses to Divac. Dwayne Martin scoops it up down to Clifford Robinson. Robinson for 25, just underneath it. I really think the NBA should implement that into the game.
Absolutely. Because it would completely energize the final 2 minutes.
We could definitely have a high-scoring game. And Bill Bellamy really getting everybody's goat and everybody's sheep. The Violators, I think, have one extra player. What do you think there, John?
Well, Flav just likes to be around the guys. I don't think he's actually playing.
Well, it's 6, but with Flav, it's 5.5.
Right. Flav, I think, just enjoys to be around the team.
We have 6 players. All right, guys.
Look at this. They're hiding him.
I don't see it. They have 5. I see 5.
I do, too. I don't see Flav.
Go to Landscraft.
Oh, they're using Divac as their mathematician.
You're
you know
right.
that's wrong.
Vlade Divac will learn to speak English by watching the Flintstones. His first English words, yabba dabba doo.
It's a T.
It's a T. All
right.
Hey, wait a minute. Bill Bellamy pulling down the fence of Jimmy Jackson.
That happens so often amongst these roughnecks.
Yes, these ruffians in sport.
You've seen him in the locker room, hanging around the water cooler, spanking.
That's it. That's it. Go.
Now, Jimmy Jackson trying a foul shot, trying to hit a 25-pointer. I don't think that's the one thing in Rock and Jock that's not legal.
Hey, you still got
skies despite all that conversation.
Yeah.
What's going on here? 8.6 seconds remaining in the second. Players by 15. Look out. John Stewart.
That was a rim rocker. I felt that deep in my loins.
Yes, Clifford Robinson.
Good defense. Charvet back in the game after he mussed up his hair a little bit. Now he's back and ready for action.
As Dwayne Martin launches for 25. It hits the microphone. Does that count for anything, John?
Really cool sound.
Reverse jam by Marley. Thunder Dan Marley. Steve Gorman of the Black Crows trying to lay one in for 25.
Exactly.
Most unorthodox.
I think Marley is taking over.
Jeff Ahmed of Pearl Jam for 2.
He's got a sweet jumper.
As the buzzer sounds to end the second quarter, it's the Bricklayers 58, the Violators 43.
You know what? There actually seems to be some confusion going on around the benches. Daisy Fuentes, what is going on around the benches over there?
I don't know. It's a little confusing here, you guys. You see, this guy thinks he's better than this guy. This guy's calling the other guy a chump, and there's a lot of mouthing off going on around here. If you ask me, there's only one way to settle this. That's the NBA Slam Dunk when we return. Check out the stuff.
Yo, you should get some Converse. Yo, you should get some Converse.
We should always give our best efforts for any event for charity, especially something as important as this.
Coca-Cola Classic.
You know, while we were away, Steve, some of the NBA stars squared off in a slam dunk contest and had the crowd going nuts. Fortunately, Daisy Fuentes was there to catch all the action.
It was another Rock and Jock first when our pros squared off in a slam dunk competition. After a brief warm-up, the players were ready to jam, and the crowd was ready to judge. Mr. Robinson kicked it all off with a thunderous one-hander.
You need to get up.
Well-advised Gary Payton threw it down. Jimmy Jackson displayed impressive form. Whoa! But it was this innovative dunk that gave Oliver Miller the edge he needed to emerge victorious.
Thanks, Stacey. We're here with the NBA Slam Dunk champion, Oliver Miller of the Phoenix Suns. And Oliver, congratulations. I know this has to go up there with some of the major awards that you've had in your life.
Well, it's kind of tough because, you know, slam dunk is not in my contract. It's block shot, so I'm very honored to win.
Great job. Great job, Oliver Miller of the Phoenix Suns and the Violators, but you got to get back into this game here, Oliver.
I feel that I have to go back down and shoot me a couple of 10-pointers and hit a 25-pointer.
Absolutely.
I'll be back.
I think you should try and sky for the 25-pointer. See what you can do on that.
All right.
Some mad rise.
All right.
We had nothing to do with it. Oh, what a play by Divac, lifting Flavor Flav up.
They've been working together on that for a long, long time. Divac is also going to be out Public Enemy on tour.
I actually saw the Phoenix Suns work that into a play in a real NBA game.
Is that true?
But it was whistled dead. But in Rock and Jock, it goes.
Because we can do whatever.
Anything we want. Mark Jackson with a funny thing.
Out.
It's a funny thing flipping. Is this an earpiece or a hairpiece?
It's something like that.
Stephen Baldwin, no. Look at the hustle by Mark Jackson, even with the earpiece flailing away at his ear.
Do you think he's listening to the game or just a different game?
He's listening to a Clippers game, I think, right now. Michael Rappaport yelling out a set play. Very impressive.
Rappaport.
Here's the drive by Robinson. Cliff Robinson, who now wants to be referred to at the line. Still pouting. Oh, now he's doing a Mark Jackson thing.
Jackson will never let him get away with that.
Hey, Ed, can you hear us?
Ed Lover.
Greg Jones.
Stay out of the lane here. Ed Lover, help him out on the line.
Pull up through my bumper, baby.
Look at this. Oh, we saw this earlier. And Cliff Robinson could not convert.
He couldn't duplicate what Oliver Miller duplicated.
And not me. Sulking over the fact that Oliver Miller won the slam dunk. That just reinforces it. Divac flips it back. Meanwhile, Flavor Flav's arguing with the referee and loses the ball.
Exactly. Now Superman has it.
Dean Kane. Look out. With authority.
And Robinson threw a forearm shank to Rappaport on that play. And now he's throwing Rappaport around the court.
Forearm shank, ladies and gentlemen. Majerle. You know what's unusual? Flip Robinson.
Oh, I don't know. Really large men?
Yes. Mark Jackson off. Clifford Robinson, who usually wears headbands as a mood barometer, has shed the headband look tonight. I'm very disappointed. Usually wears like a red headband when he's in a surly mood, a white headband when he's in a good mood, a plaid headband when he can't make up his mind.
This is the truth?
Yes.
What does he wear when he's just going out for a night with the fellas?
That would be green. Green headband. Dan Cortez, alley-oop, Clifford Robinson.
That was a remarkable play. And Cortez is shaking his butt like he owns the team.
Beautiful alley-oop from Cortez to Robinson.
Let's check out a replay on that alley-oop from Cortez.
I'll drop back into the zone.
Look here, it goes all the way up in the air. That is magic.
66-45, Bricklayers. 5 minutes to go in the third.
Do you think Stephen Baldwin has actually played basketball before?
Well, he's got all those brothers. He's got almost enough for a basketball team. You figure.
I guess so.
Let's see.
He certainly hasn't learned the protocol.
There's Alec Baldwin, Stephen Baldwin.
Yes.
Billy Baldwin, Mark Baldwin, Al Baldwin, and Steve Baldwin.
I really don't believe you should know that either.
I'm very confused. There was a 10-pointer by somebody. Black. Okay. Go. Mark Jackson.
10-pointer.
From 10. Very nice.
Puts the Bricklayers far ahead. Rappaport is sad. Rappaport is sad.
Mark Jackson has 23 points on his way to an MVP. That's going to put Rappaport on the line.
This is interesting.
Look at this. Stephen Baldwin wants to pick a fight.
It's like Jerry Quarry against Tommy Morrison.
4:03 on the clock here in the third. Bricklayers lead it 76-55.
Just a little reminiscent of Magic?
The ball handling wasn't exactly the
Well, I didn't say that was nice, but the dish was lovely.
The thoughts were there.
See, that's the thing. I should be coaching. If the feet don't move as fast as the brain.
Then your body won't betray you on those checks that your mind runs.
Right. You're right.
3:44 on the clock in the third. Bricklayers 76.
One of my teammates, if I can't get a basket, then at least I'm going to have to, if I got to knock somebody out, then I will.
As Jock said, did you get into a lot of games with your brothers?
Absolutely. I've had the snot beat out of me my whole life by them.
I like the way you put that.
So now I'm going to just take it all out on all these other fellas.
How about your sisters? I know you had a couple of sisters. They play ball?
They beat the snot out of me as well.
Paul Johansson, Beverly Hills 90210.
I got to go in for the 25, boys.
All right, Steve.
Pop him from 25. I'd love to.
That's right, you're blind, baby. You're blind from the facts, you know what I'm saying? Yo, man. Yo, thanks, Coach. Thanks, Coach. You the man.
81-57 Bricklayers. 2.5 minutes left in the third. It's a power play for the Bricklayers with Flavor Flav serving a 1-minute flagrant
What time
foul.
do I get out of here, man?
You got 9 seconds.
What?
Flav may never get at it. Look out, he's broken out of the sin bin with a hockey stick. Flavor Flav doing his Dave Schultz impersonation. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, Mahorn over the stick.
Yo, man, where the ref, man?
Here's Mahorn
Why
again.
y'all take me out the game,
Bellamy
G?
chases down.
I think Flavor Flav is going to be called for icing.
2 minutes left in the third quarter, and you know what that means.
I love this part.
Time for the 25-point basket over the Cyborg. And we have an opportunity, not often, you get an opportunity to chat with a legend, and I don't mean Jon Stewart. I mean the Violators coach, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, as MTV makes history tonight. Kareem, how you doing? You have done a great job in assembling this ball club.
I have?
Yes, you have.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad that you're saying that.
It's news to you, right?
Absolutely.
Do you realize that your all-time NBA scoring record is at stake tonight with this 25-point play?
There's a lot more at stake than that.
Yes, like your reputation.
Like my sanity.
Here's Johansson. Oh! It got stuck. What's that worth?
Now what? I guess we all go home now.
That is worth 12.5 points, I think.
It's got to be. Does anyone have a gun?
or a very tall person? Yes, we have a very tall person. He's making an entrance, John. Kareem. Can he do it on one try? Yes.
The man is a Hall of Famer. He is a Hall of Famer.
That's why he's the greatest.
Absolutely.
I haven't forgot that much, at least.
That was the play of the day. Let's take another look at that, too.
I'd love to see another look at that. Here comes Kareem. Notice he just sizes it up. Bang.
Gorgeous. Kareem, you look a little nervous out there. I notice you're biting your nails. You're very pensive.
Well, we have a new player.
Yes.
Basketball hit. There's another turnover.
Mark Jackson going for 25, but he hits 2.
That's the second time he's done that in this game.
He has mastered that play.
How do you think basketball head is going to have an impact on this game?
He's dribbling already. I don't mean the basketball. A 25-point try again. Another 24-point try by Johansson. Mark Jackson saves it between the legs.
Ed Lover from 10.
Ed Lover, Yo MTV Rep, looking to be the first 25-point scorer. Long pass down to Miller. Double pumps it. No for 25. No for 25. As Bill Bellamy tries a 25-footer, just short.
But sinks it for 2.
And hits it 2. Basketball head eating it up.
This is hilarious.
25 seconds left in the third.
Oh, no.
I think basketball head is a superhero. I don't even think he's a regular player.
Here's Robinson for 25. Almost hit a 2.
The Violators need that 25 to get back in the game.
I think so. They're down 83-59. 10 seconds left in the third. Oh, yeah!
He's done it. That's exactly what they needed. Oliver Miller.
And the buzzer sound.
Unbelievable.
And just like Jock said, they are back in it. The Violators hitting a 25-point.
We got to take a look at that again. That was an amazing shot. There it is. First 25-point shot in history.
3 quarters are done, and it's now the Violators 84, the Bricklayers 83. Now, get ready for one of the year's top songs. Whoop, here they are, Tag Team. Tag Team music in full effect. What? Whoop. Louder. Whoop. What? Whoop. Louder. Whoop. What? Whoop. 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 Stay rolling. Whoop. Louder. Whoop. Come on, y'all. Whoop. A little louder. Whoop. Come on, y'all. Shaka-laka, shaka-laka, shaka, whoop. Shaka-laka, 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 shaka, whoop. Shaka-laka. Rock the mic. Uh-oh, I crazy skin, rip it, find a honey, dip it, and slam dunk it, stick it, flip it, and ride that B-double-O-T-Y. Oh my, ooh, that's it. Come on, whoop. There it is, I'm gone. Whoop. 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 Kick it. Don't say I'm crazy because I'm pushing up Daisy. Say, that's the first taker. I produce AKA the Undertaker. You want to come down to the underground old school? Here's the shovel. Can you dig it, fool? Can you dig it? Can y'all dig it? Can y'all dig it? W-H-O-O-N-P-S. Tag team is through. Whoop, there it is. Thought you knew. Oh. Whoop. 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 I'll do the fellas on this mother. Let me say whoop, there it is. Whoop. Let me say whoop, there it is. Whoop. Let me say whoop, there it is. Whoop. Let me say whoop, there it is. Rocket Jock B-Ball Jam tag teams up. And slam dunk contest.
The celebrity three-point shootout proves once again that our pros have absolutely nothing to worry about. Yeah, boy! he made a valiant effort, it was Steve Gorman who grabbed the trophy.
Boom! You shoot 14% and you win a trophy.
Gorman tried to make a clean sweep as he kicked off the slam dunk contest with a 360 stop.
Check this out.
And while Flavor Flav proved to be no threat to the competition, Paul Johansson tried to freeze it with a nifty two-handed slam dunk. Flashy Michael Rappaport provided himself with a memorable moment, but in the end it was Dwayne Martin who soared above the competition to become a slam dunk king.
We are just about ready for the fourth and final quarter here at the Brent Event Center at the University of California.
Anything out here.
Well, that's why we have John Stewart here.
My dad told me about in the 30s when he went to the Renaissance Ballroom in Harlem, and they would have a basketball game, and then after the basketball game, they would have a dance. I guess this is the same type of thing, but
that was a
updated.
10-pointer from Mark Jackson. Good analogy, Kareem. Perfect analogy. It is now 83-84, the Bricklayers. Suddenly, Mark Jackson hit a 10-pointer, and Kareem is down.
Yeah, those 10-point shots can definitely swing a game for you.
The killers. Clifford Robinson doing a little strut.
You know, Kareem, the minute you leave the bench and you leave your players alone, they're going downhill. I think you got to get back over there and rally the troops.
It's real bad when Ed Lover is over at my bench coaching and destroying all my game plans.
Everything you built, he's destroying.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I heard of cross-pressing, but cross-coaching, I don't know.
Cross-coaching doesn't work.
It's wrong. They need you, Kareem, badly.
There's Ed. Look at this. He's sulking even on your side of the bench.
For the firecracker.
Yeah. Is there any chance we might see Kareem get into the game here?
You don't want to see that.
Oh, okay. Kareem not coming out of retirement tonight because you can't add
ugly things.
Yeah. You can add to your all-time NBA total with points here tonight. You are aware of that, aren't you?
I'm afraid I'll end up looking like Oliver Miller, who's 0 for 15 from three-point range.
10-pointer there, John.
The Canadian is pulling them back into the game.
That's Paul Johansson. It is now a one-point game, 95-94 Bricklayers with 3:20 and counting in this 5-minute fourth quarter.
No, Johansson played for my high school coach in Canada. My high school coach went on to coach the Canadian national team.
Is that Jack
Donahue?
Donahue, right.
I know he's looking on in shame right now.
Yeah.
Jackson's got the ball right now. He's got the fire in his eye. He's got the fire. I see something ugly coming.
My show. This is my show. I've been waiting for this for years since I recruited Gary Payton at St. John's University. That's it. They say a New York point guard got more moves than the Egyptian belly dancer. Here I go.
New York versus Oaktown, and New York wins. Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson, that was stunning. Well
Kareem
done.
is from New York. He understands.
Here's another example of these kind of games. Oliver Miller's bringing the ball up. I know it's fantasy. He won't get to do this again in life. So here we go.
Oliver looking very svelte. Paul Johansson. Hey, can you do that? What is going on?
That's fair. That works.
Oh, man. The gorilla getting into the act.
You know what's sad? The gorilla has a higher shooting percentage right now than Oliver Miller. Isn't that sad? Here's a replay. Let's take a look at that gorilla.
Kareem, what do you think of this?
Well, this is a typical play of things that happen in Phoenix in their new arena. They have things like this going on all the time.
Oh, the gorilla's in a cage now. How sad.
I'm going to be the player coach, right, Kareem?
Now I have one of my players asking if he can be player coach.
Oh, man. What is going on here?
Mike Rappaport, he's starting a mutiny.
Yes, true romance is Mike Rappaport. Coming up to 2 minutes, and that means the 25-point basket will be reset. Here's Michael. Kareem's Michael Rappaport. And don't worry, Kareem, with 2 minutes to go, we're going to send you right back to your bench so you can coach the all-important last 2 minutes.
Gary Payton from 10. Gary Payton puts them ahead.
10-point shot. I think I should leave on that note.
Kareem leaves with a smile. Thank you very much. All right, Violators 104, Bricklayers 97. 2 minutes to go in the game, and don't go away. More Rock and Jock coming up. Game. It is the Violators 104, the Bricklayers 97. It is compelling. It is dramatic. Keep in mind, the Bricklayers are the two-time defending Rock and Jock B-ball champs. Only 3 teams have been able to three-peat: Chicago, Boston, and Minneapolis. And the ball is now in play with 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 104-97. It's a 7-point Violators lead.
I don't know that the Violators have ever had the lead this late in the game. It's a different position for them.
Thanks to a 25-point basket by Oliver Miller. The 25-point basket being implemented here in the final 2 minutes. Long pass intended for Flavor Bland. He saves the ball, but it's stolen by Stephen Baldwin. He saves it for Bill Bellamy, though. Bellamy, no! Gary Payton with the rebound. 25-pointer just off. Here comes Mark Jackson of the Bricklayers. His team down 7. Clifford Robinson twirls it in.
Takes the easy 2.
Tightens the gap, John, to 104.99. The Violators up 5. Another dramatic finish. Ball stolen away by the Bricklayers.
That is pocket picked.
Big play. Mark Jackson can't connect. 25. Oh!
Unbelievable!
Shot by Clifford.
Unbelievable!
124-104 Bricklayers. Final minute of the game.
The Violators are in desperate trouble right now. It looks like it might be a three-peat.
Jackson going for 25. Kept alive by Mahorn. A hook shot for 25. I think it was a hook. 43 seconds left. A 20-point Bricklayer lead. Marley for 25. He got 2 instead. How do you like that?
Three-pointer for Dan Marley. Three-pointer.
And timeout with 32 seconds left.
Same 5. Same 5. 20. Hey, look. If you ain't got the 25-pointer, shoot a 10. Don't let them shoot those 25-pointers and beat me and embarrass me in front of my mother who's watching right now, folks. Just love you watching.
I can't believe the Bricklayers control.
Thanks to the 25-pointer by Clifford Robinson. Let's go into the Violators huddle and find out what's going on in terms of their strategy.
We need him to the ball to Marley and let him shoot it.
All right. Yo, we're going to do that. We're going to do that.
There's your strategy, ladies and gentlemen. Get the ball to Marley and let him shoot.
Kareem is a basket.
Bricklayers lead at 124-106. Violators have to find a way to get the ball back and hit a 25-pointer. 30 solid from a three-peat. The Violators steal. Divac for a layup from 25. Marley, no. Desperate straights for the Violators. Oh. Long pass down to Rick Mahorn, looking for 10. 15 seconds remaining. The Violators, desperate. Miller for 25. Miller for 25. No!
But he was fouled. He was fouled. He'll have 25 foul shots to take now.
No, that won't count. That won't count. Kareem is loving it. 8.5 seconds on the clock. Michael Rapport says the bench is concocting a play.
Very interesting.
And you can't say concocting on MTV. Will he try to bounce it off and go for 25? Yes! No! Divac! Oh, no! Jeff Ahmed trying to be the hero. At the moment,
Let's do it again. It's a three-peat.
What a finish! Wow! A three-peat by the Bricklayers. They become the 4th team in sports history to three-peat.
This is a dynasty, Steve. This is a dynasty. There is no question.
What a wild scene here. It's like New Year's Eve. The Bricklayers have done it, John. Unbelievable.
Ed Lover, Coach of the Year as far as I'm concerned. Brilliant strategy.
Well, they are still going wild here at California Irvine. Balloons, confetti, just an incredible scene as the Bricklayers three-peat, beating the Violators in compelling fashion, 124-107. And with that, we are set to throw it into the locker room for Daisy Fuentes, who is standing by with the Coca-Cola Classic co-MVPs.
The Bricklayers took the whole thing, and they were led by these two guys. It is Mark Jackson, Steve Gorman.
Feel like a winner.
This is absolutely incredible. I do my Michael Jordan imitation.
We three-peated on him. Nah, Michael Jordan ain't got nothing on us.
Nothing on us.
The Bulls ain't got nothing on us.
They better catch up with us. Bill Bellamy and those guys are a little bit bitter, but that's going to happen.
No love for Mark Jackson. Next year I'm bringing, like, you know, brass knuckles or something. And not used to these 25-point shots. You hit it, Cliff.
Unbelievable!
Shot by Cliff.
Unbelievable!
Yes. That big 45. Good job, Cliff.
Clifford.
Way to go. You mark that the MTV, man?
You guys over here dissing like the other ball players, like his band disses all the other bands, huh? Is that what's going on over here?
No, just you and your band. It should have been you, though, man. You was the most clumsiest white boy out there.
Well, the mood out here on the floor is a little bit more somber because we are standing next to Paul Johansson and Oliver Miller, the Coca-Cola Classic co-MVPs for the losing Violators.
Just couldn't pull it out, man. Another disappointing end of the season for me.
Oh, man. Hang on a second.
Don't cry, Oliver.
Then nobody called Jack Wang.
The first human in history to hit the 25-point shot.
10 seconds left in the third. Oh, yeah! He's done it.
Hopefully I can get rid of this feeling and go on to the NBA and win a championship there.
So the third annual Rock and Jock B-Ball Jam comes